Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at a vehicle from Star Wars The Force Awakens, and it comes to us from the Class 1 fleet vehicle range. In today's review we're going to take a look at one of the first vehicles that we got to see in the Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer, and it is none other than this one, Rey's Speeder. Now I've got to say I am absolutely over the moon to have this thing in my collection. This was first released on Force Friday back in September of 2015, and it's only recently that I've been able to track this one down. I've been on the hunt for it for, 6-7 months now, and to finally have this one in the collection is awesome, and it does not disappoint. It's a fantastic vehicle with a great figure, and I can't wait to share it with you in a little bit more detail in just a little bit. So before we do that, I do want to give you a look at the packaging that Rey's Speeder comes in. As you can see, we do have the standard Class 1 fleet vehicle packaging design for this vehicle. You've got the Force Awakens branding at the top there with Kylo Ren and the Force Awakens logo featured prominently at the top. Just on the front of the box you've got some really cool artwork of Rey's Speeder in action on Jakku. You've also got a window there where the figure would stand. And on the side of the box we do have some very cool artwork once again of Rey herself wrapped up in her desert scavenger gear, which looks absolutely phenomenal. Really nice piece of art there on the side. On the back of the box we have a brief description of the vehicle itself, a rundown of some of the features, and as you can see there, an image of the vehicle in all its glory. Just below that we have some other products available in the Force Awakens line. We have Boba Fett from the Armour Up series, Finn from the Build-A-Weapon line, and Unkar's Thug, Tito and BB-8 from the Multipacks lineup. All of which, with the exception of Boba, have been reviewed, so be sure to check them out on the channel if you haven't already. And I'll tell you, the Unkar's Thug multi-pack is definitely a set that complements this vehicle really well, and you can create some great scenes with those figures and with this vehicle. So that is the packaging that this one comes in. Now let's take a look at the vehicle itself, and as I said at the beginning of the review, this one does not disappoint. It is very cool indeed. One of the things I really like about it is that despite not doing a whole lot in the movie other than flying across the screen and transporting Rey from A to B, Hasbro have actually added a few play features into this one just to make it a little bit more exciting as a toy, and that really adds to the value for money aspect for me personally. As you can see on the side of the speeder itself, you've got that net which stores all of Rey's collected junk from Jakku, and in the middle of that net there is a button that you can press to reveal a hidden feature. As you can see, once that button is pressed, a missile launcher is released from the hood of the speeder, and if you proceed to press the button again, you can fire the missile out like so. So that's a really cool feature. As you can see, it's spring loaded, so when you press that button, there's a real pop to it, which looks very cool. You can then proceed to reload the launcher and conceal the missile inside. It's a very cool feature indeed. As you can see as well, around that net area there is a little bit of junk concealed within it. You also have Rey's staff, which can be connected to the side of the speeder, and if you remove that staff you can then remove the net itself. Now sadly the net doesn't house loose individual pieces of junk. The scrap metal inside the net is sculpted to the side of the vehicle, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's not a major issue, as this probably helps to hide the feature of the spring-loaded rocket launcher. So no major complaints there. There's some nice detail within those scrap pieces on the side, so not to be sniffed at, but it would have been nice if some of those were removable, just so you could recreate some of those scavenging scenes from The Force Awakens. Obviously you can then proceed to replace the net. It just plugs in to some holes on the side of the speeder. Can be quite a fiddly job to do, quite time consuming, but once you've got those holes and pegs lined up, it slots into place really nicely like so. So very cool indeed. Obviously there's no landing gear on the speeder, but we do have a wedge just at the back there, as well as some flaps at the front which help to balance the vehicle out. You've got the windshield there on the top as well, and obviously the controls which Rey can hold on to. A couple of pedals with foot pegs where you can attach the figure, and of course a seating area there for the figure itself. One of the other features included with the speeder are these speed flaps at the back, which aren't majorly positionable. You can't do a whole lot with those, but they do offer just a little bit more playability, a little bit more options for display. And of course the paint job on this one is really nice as well. One of the things I really like about this one is that despite it being not heavily weathered, there is a nice bit of dirt and grime applied to the speeder itself, as you can see on those yellow stripes on the side. You've got a bit of dirt and weathering, some nice silver aspects there as well. If we come around the other side, we've got some more dirt and weathering on that side as well, and of course some chips and dints on the speed flaps at the back. Very, very nice indeed. Sadly, the figure that is included is very limited in terms of articulation. So as you can see, rather than the knees being bent to position better on the vehicle, they do just stand straight, and the seat itself goes up between Ray's legs, which creates an awkward look, but you know, it does the job. What I really would like to do is eventually pick up the 3 3/4 inch Black Series Ray figure that is exclusive to Walmart stores in the US, which for some reason has not made it to UK shores yet. But that figure is of course super articulated, comes with all the Desert Scavenger wrappings that Ray's wearing in this figure form, and it would be a really cool addition to the speeder. So if and when I can pick that figure up, I'll be sure to add it to the speeder and of course review it for you guys. Now, as I said, the figure can be removed from the seat. You just remove her like so, and you've got some nice sculpted detail at the back of the vehicle. You can then proceed to remove the staff from the side of the speeder and apply it to Ray's hand. And again, the figure itself, despite limited articulation, does look very, very cool. Once again, you've got those scavenger wrappings over Ray's face with the goggles and all those different appliances there, which look very, very cool. Got some storage containers on the side there, a little satchel and what have you. Really cool design on this figure. In terms of articulation, she's a little bit limited, as I mentioned before. She has swivels at the shoulders and swivels at the hips. There is no articulation at the head, as the head and the torso wraps are one solid sculpted piece. If you think Lego Chewbacca, that's the sort of thing that we've got going on with this figure. So it does, you know, remove a little bit of articulation, but it's not a major issue. Other than that, the figure looks really nice, well sculpted, well painted, and looks fantastic on the vehicle. The only negative drawback about this one really is the fact that the staff that Ray comes with is very flimsy. It's much thinner than the basic carded builder weapon Ray release, so do be careful with that. It can be quite bendy, quite brittle. But other than that, the figure is really nice, looks great on or off the speeder, and it's a really nice addition. Really cool that they didn't just pack in the regular Ray figure from the builder weapon series with this one. It's nice to see something a little bit different, and again, great figure for a great vehicle. So that is Ray, and of course Ray's speeder. Two very cool items from The Force Awakens, and yeah, just really impressed with this one. Really glad that I was able to pick it up. It was right at the top of my wants list on Force Friday when all the Force Awakens stuff was released, but as I said, it's only recently that it made its return, or its first appearance rather, at UK retail. So better late than never, and I'm really glad that I've got this one in the collection finally. So a highly recommended piece. Sadly, this one is not available through staractionfigures.co.uk, so at the time of filming this review I haven't found a link to provide in the video description for you to purchase this one yourself. I have seen this on the secondary market on Amazon and eBay, and the prices are astronomical. I would suggest not paying a massive amount for this one. It is no better really than your average Class 1 fleet vehicle, at least in terms of size. You know, features and stuff, it's absolutely awesome. But don't pay too much for this one. Don't get stung, because there are some absolutely ridiculous asking prices out there at the moment, so just be careful with that one. But other than that, fantastic vehicle, highly recommended. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at it. That's been Ray, and of course Ray's speeder, and I'll be back with some more reviews very soon, so stay tuned for those. And until next time, as always, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.